Hi, I'm Stavros. Good morning and welcome. In today's video, the subject is all about DAF trucks. Also, we'll be looking at a new addition to the Rory Lynch Transport fleet, a used example, Scania, coming up, and I say goodbye to my 1980 Honda Civic. My classic Civic is leaving me. Oh no. And yeah, then we'll be back to have a look just in detail around the new range of DAF trucks, which are the XF, XG and XG Plus. But first of all, let's have a look around the new addition to the Rory Lynch Transport fleet. And here it is, guys, the latest addition to the fleet. It's a 2012 Scania P230 Rigid. Let's check it out. So this example has 468,000 kilometers. It's only just recently joined the fleet. What do you think of this new design, guys, for the curtain? Not my idea, I have to tell you, but we've had the stripe that goes up at the back since 1981. Yeah, we started in business in 1980. So yeah, I'm a bit unsure about this, but not my idea, guys. Anyway, let's just have a look at the way the body is mounted onto the chassis. Yeah, pretty well done. And up here as well. And further up. Yeah, and right up towards the front, you'll see the springs there as well. So yeah, the body does look as if it's properly mounted onto the chassis. And it's a pretty clean example as well. 230 horses though. Yeah, it's not a lot of horses. That much I do know. And we have the Dolandia tail lift there. Tucks in nicely underneath there. Always great for the ramps, and yeah, just you can knock it off there and use your little joystick there to operate the tail lift and close that down. And that socket there is just for plugging it in when you're standing on the truck or standing on the tail lift. So yeah, let's just have a look at the back doors now. This is the first Rigid that we've ever owned with these locks at the back here. So yeah, you'll see these on trailers as well. There should really be two on each door. Not really the most strongest ones, but they're all right, I suppose. And the floor there, not really a great floor. It would be good if it had the steel beams on the floor as well, but it's pretty okay. And plenty of light getting in there as well. A few of the other trucks just have aluminium up on the roof, and it's a bit dark when you're backed onto a ramp, but this one, plenty of light coming in there as well. And the cover's made there by Cunningham's. Okay, let's close it up. There you go. Yeah, pretty easy to clean those doors, I suppose, when you don't have the poles going down on the outside of them. And we have a 300 litre diesel tank as well, so I'm just going to hop inside just to give you a look. We have the black steps there as well, and the black badge. So let's open up the grille. I have it unlocked from the inside, and you see there, look, it's a coil spring on the cab suspension there as well, and your dipstick, top up your oil, and the cab tilt bar here, and your coolant. So let's close that down. There you go, and our bottom step here as well. So you stand up there to clean the windscreen. Very good. And the full air deflector kit up on the roof there as well, and the mirrors painted in to match. So yeah, it's pretty clean on the inside. Pretty nice example. And yeah, we have the fuse box underneath there as well. Yeah, and it's a 4x4. That is your range changer there. And yeah, the bunk there, standard enough bunk. I mean, you can make it even narrower there if you want to get the seats further back. And storage underneath here. Let's just pull up the bunk, give you a look. That's the remote there for the tail lift. Storage underneath. It's an awful pity you can't access this storage area from the outside. It was probably done just to save money. Scania probably just saving money on those outside doors. But anyway, let's close it up and fold it back in. And of course you can pull that back out as well. Now you see this, the lining all around the roof and the sidewall here. I thought it was fabric when I first hopped in, but it's actually vinyl finish up on the roof here as well. So very easy to try and keep it clean. And yeah, your sunroof there as well. and the height. Okay, and storage there above the driver's side, and more over here on the passenger side. Yeah, all pretty nicely done. So yeah, let's hop inside the driver's side and start it up and see what it sounds like. You see there the mileage, 468,000. Yeah, now sadly it doesn't have air conditioning, but we do have the night heater, heated mirrors. Yeah, gearbox there. Well, it does have cruise control anyway, so that's very good. There you have it. So there you go, guys, a look around the 2012 Scania P230, the latest addition to the Rory Lynch Transport fleet. So yeah, I mean, 468,000 kilometers, it's not much. Should get plenty more mileage out of this, well over 1 million kilometers. Yeah, let's hope it'll serve as well. But keep an eye out for a video coming in the future, guys, where myself and a couple of friends, we shot a video in this warehouse 33 years ago. And you'll have to wait and see what it was we shot. Yeah, keep an eye out for that, guys. But anyway, let's go back to the warehouse. Of more stuff to show you. And now it's time to say goodbye to an old friend. A lot of you know already that I own this 1980 Honda Civic, but now it's time to say goodbye. This car is now sold. So I just thought I'd give you guys just one last look around the car just before we wave goodbye. It will be collected on a low loader very soon. So yeah, let's remind ourselves how it looked. So yeah, now a lot of you know already I have a 1979 Mark I Honda Civic. This is the Mark II, of course, second generation from 1980. Yeah, so I will be holding on to the first gen Civic, guys. That's going nowhere ever, okay? So all I changed on this car was just the rear lenses. Had them changed, they were letting in water. I had it serviced and just a new battery. That was it, nothing more. Now there is work still needed to be done to the engine, and also the bodywork. Rust spots dotted all around as well. So yeah, it needs a good respray job. And yeah, but the car is straight, it's never been crashed. Came in from Malta and the condition is okay. If somebody's willing to put in the work, they should have a nice classic car. And 1.3 litre petrol engine, 5-speed gearbox, which must have been a big deal back in 1980, because if you move back here, look, 5-speed, wow. Okay, so let's hop inside just to give you a look at the condition. So there is just one tear on the back seat there. So other than that, the interior should clean up pretty well. And yeah, 1.3 litre engine. Oh yeah, let me just give you a quick look underneath the bonnet as well. So just to remind ourselves how the engine looks. A whopping 69 horsepower. Wow. Okay, but in fairness, it is a quicker car than the 1.2 litre 79 Civic that I have. That only has the 4-speed gearbox. This one, of course, has the 5, so it's quicker. Yeah, more power. But there you have it, guys. I just thought I'd mark the day. The car is gone. I no longer own it, so let's hope the new owner will take the time in doing it up, because it will be a very nice classic to have in the future. And of course, in 2022, it marks 50 years of the Civic. So we'll be going to events, guys. I'm looking forward to that. And there it goes. Goodbye. 41 years of age. The Civic is gone. Okay, let's get back to the main subject in today's video, all about the new range of DAF trucks. So unfortunately, I haven't managed to get over to the UK to check out the new XG Plus from DAF. Yeah, it was at a couple of shows already, being shown to numerous customers, but I just haven't managed to get over. But hopefully I will before the year is gone. But anyway, yeah, so just some of the things that DAF have announced on the new truck. So a new turbo, new exhaust system, new injectors, new cylinder block and head, and new liners, new oil pump and air compressor, and a new alternator, and a new front chassis design as well, and new cross member, new cab suspension, which is pretty good, and a new rear axle suspension and new geometry as well announced on the new truck, along with a big spacious cab, of course, which they have maximized because of the new EU regulations on mass and dimensions. So DAF taking full advantage of those regulations having come in as of last September of 2020. yeah, so you can design trucks to be longer now. So yeah, that is how it looks on the 2018 DAF 460. So yeah, this driver is very good. He keeps the truck nice and clean, which I like to see. Yeah, so that is the hump. Now, we've measured this. It's around 5.5 inches, maybe 6 inches. So I think the new XF is going to have pretty much the same sort of hump here in the cab, the new XF. Now, the XG Plus, I think it's around 3.5 inches of a hump. So it's not a complete flat floor on the new XG Plus or XG. So why is that? I've no idea. Most likely just to save money. So DAF still just have 3 steps going into all 3 new trucks, XF, XG and XG Plus, but it doesn't have the flat floor. What was the thinking behind it? I've no idea. I would reckon it's just done to save money. So it saved them having to mold another 4th step and probably having the floor here a bit higher as well. So yeah, I don't really know the thinking behind not having the flat floor in the cab. But there you go. I don't design the trucks. They do. So maybe they just done up their sums and decided it wasn't economically viable to go for one of the particular trucks with a flat floor. But this is how the old one looks. Now on the new one, they've carried over this pull-out table as well. And you can also swivel the driver's seat on the new truck as well. So yeah, on some of the Scanias you can swivel the passenger seat, but on the new DAF you can swivel the driver's seat, which is very good. Let's hope it's built properly and that it doesn't rattle after a couple of years. Now I did get this box from DAF as well. I'll be showing you what's in that box. It surprised me very much, so stick around and I'll show you what's in that box. Okay, let's just get into the measurements here on the new XF. Now, we'll start off straight away with the bunks, okay? Now, the bottom bunk there, you see 750mm to 650mm wide, and then we have 600mm wide for the top bunk. Now, the reason why there's 2 measurements given here, that is because of the cutout section there behind each seat. You see the way it's curved off here? So yeah, 650 to 750mm wide on the new XF. Now on the XG and XG Plus, it's 800mm wide completely across. There is no cutout section on the XG and XG Plus. So you have a wider bunk and also wider on top as well. 600mm for the standard XF, XG and XG Plus, you have 700mm wide on the top bunk. So just a couple of differences there between the XF, XG and XG Plus. And then the hump in the cab, according to the dimensions here, it's 150mm, which is 6 inches. And down on the steps there, you see the 3 steps going into the cab. Now they are 335mm, 335 and 325mm. Now I'll just show you the difference between the XF. This is the XG Plus, the flagship. You see the difference straight away on the steps? 375mm between each of the 3 steps going into the cab. And then, according to these dimensions here, it's 90mm of a hump. So that's around 3.5 inches nearly. And yeah, look at the difference between the bunks as well. Look, 800mm for the bottom one and 700mm wide for the top one there, and 12.5 cubic meters for the total interior space. So yeah, big difference between the XG Plus and XF. 9.73 cubic meters on the XF, and then the XG we've got 11.85 cubic meters, and then we have 12.5 for the flagship, so 530 horsepower, so 2,700 Newton meters for the 530. And then just checking out the front of each of the trucks, so you see we have the XG Plus there and the XG. You can see the way the front section protrudes out in front of the windscreen, and this one is kind of tapered back further, and they each have the DAF Digital Vision system, what they call the mirror cam, and also the wide angle one here as well, which is quite good on the corner. And if I compare, say for instance, the XG to the XF, you can see the height difference here. See on the front, the way they differ on the front, so you can see where they've gained the extra height. But yeah, the that is how it looks on the new DAF range. So let's just get back to the date of the launch itself, which all happened on the 9th of June 2021. Now, I was given an email by DAF. Did I want to enter a sort of a chat room and chat to, I think it was engineers and designers, I'm not even sure. Did I want to enter it on 10:30 of the morning of the 9th of June? And I clicked and sent off all my details. Yes, no problem, I'll enter the chat room. 10:30 came on the day and I couldn't enter it. The link would not work. So I sent them off an email saying I can't get into the chat room, it's 10:30. And they sent me back a message saying, can you find another device? Of course, I couldn't find another device. I didn't have time. I'm out doing deliveries. Can't enter it. So that was mess up number 1. Don't worry, guys. I'll be showing you what's in the box from DAF as well. So mess up number 2 was they shared a link to their website with a countdown clock. So, of course, not being able to enter the chat room, I then, you know, on the countdown clock like most other people were, and it was a countdown clock to nothing. So it went down to 0 and there was nothing on the website. So then I got a text message from the driver of this truck telling me it's on DAF Trucks NV on their YouTube channel. So then I went on there and watched the launch like everyone else. Now, it was a very good production, I have to say. A couple of cringeworthy moments in it, I have to say. I mean, have any of you guys ever met a super driver? According to DAF, Hannah is one. And she was in the video. So, yeah, in all the years I'm driving, I've never met a super driver. Maybe you're a super driver, or maybe you've met one. Comment below. But anyway, so she's standing next to the truck there. She's wearing a couple of different outfits. I don't see the significance that this has to the truck whatsoever. But there you have it. And then she hopped inside and went down through all of the fixtures and fittings of the truck. And then there was that part in the launch video as well where this man is walking out of a building and he walks past a band to a very nice XG Plus. You can see it there, 6x2 mid-lift, and it's right-hand drive, and he hops into the passenger side and voila! It turns into a left-hand drive truck, guys. I never knew DAF made a truck with 2 steering wheels, but there you have it, guys. But yeah, a bit of a mistake there in the editing, but couple of cringe-worthy moments. I mean, probably about as cringy as me saying cheers at the end of every video. But yeah, overall it was a good production. I have to say it was well done. But anyway, let's just show you what's in the box, guys. Now, given that I couldn't enter the chat room, or I had a problem with the countdown clock, and I was looking through the whole launch video and I was trying to find one single shot to see, did the truck have a flat floor? And not one single shot could I find on the launch video. So I think that was deliberately done and shot that way to show us not too much of the floor area, and probably confuse people between the XF and XG Plus having different height humps inside the cab. So I think that was deliberately done not to show the floor of the truck. Watch the whole launch video, guys. You won't see one shot, and you won't even hear one mention of the words flat floor. So unfortunately, there isn't one in it. But anyway, let me just show you what's in the box, guys. So I received this on the 9th of June, and like, I had very little information on the truck up to that point other than what I saw in the launch video. So I was thinking, wow, this is great now. I'm going to have all the information I need in this box, a lot of literature. And I opened it up, and yeah, there was a letter here just telling us here about the launch. And yeah, so, and it was a round tin. So yeah, quite nicely done. Start of the Future by DAF. So I opened it up, guys, and to my surprise, and also to yours, I'm sure, it's an apple tart. This is an apple tart, guys. It's no it's no joke. That is an apple tart. What? Is somebody having a laugh? I mean, they must think I'm a clown. Sending me an apple tart. What has that got any significance to do with the launch of a new truck? But are you somebody that got one of these apple tarts from DAF? Yeah, I've shown it to a few people already, guys, and they've had just as much a laugh as what I had when I opened it up. But yeah, definitely one for the book. An apple tart. So getting back to the subject of the DAF Digital Vision system. Now MAN has recently announced that they too will be fitting this system to their TGX. So that has been recently announced. MAN are going down the camera mirror route. So it's just a matter of time before Renault, Scania and Volvo will also join, and possibly Iveco as well. Although I do remember somebody telling me that when they were developing the S-Way, they did trial camera mirrors, but then Mercedes ended up beating Iveco to it with the Actros, of course. So yeah, maybe Iveco will come with those camera mirrors on the S-Way. But yeah, I do like on the new DAF as well, they have this digital one at the corner here, so it gives you great visibility all around here on the digital vision system. So they not only have that, but also the camera mirrors as well, so kind of two monitors on the inside of the cab. Now drivers have been complaining about these monitors in the cab. When there's a car passing you out with LED headlights, it does give this strobe effect on the monitor inside the cab. So maybe if the designers could possibly put in some sort of a dimming switch on the steering wheel or something to kind of counteract that effect, because it's not like a normal mirror where you can move your head, and if somebody's dazzling you while they're overtaking you, those monitors, you're kind of stuck in the one position. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed the video looking back at this old DAF here. Well, the older version, it's not that old, it's only 2018. And yeah, I say goodbye to my 1980 Honda Civic as well, my classic. I'm holding on to the 79, guys, don't worry, that's going nowhere. And yeah, a new addition to the fleet, the 2012 Scania P230. But that about wraps us up, guys. I'm going to go off now and enjoy my traditional Dutch-made apple tart with some coffee. Oh yes. But I do hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up, and I'll chat to you all again next weekend for another video. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Cheers! This has to be the most annoying ding dong ding noise of any truck ever created. Hopefully DAF have changed this ding dong noise on the new range of trucks. Oh, I'm done, I can't listen.